Hello and welcome to another one of our videos. This is our 2018 BMW M140i Shadow Edition. This car has the auto 8-speed ZF gearbox. The car's covered just over 16,000 miles with full service history. It's due to go for its first service at the local BMW dealer this week coming. So this will be done, I think it's Tuesday, so it'll all be serviced up to date. The car's finished in sapphire black metallic. I'm going to take you around the car. The whole car's been detailed and machine polished. It's in beautiful condition. Now the Shadow Editions have the black gloss grills at the front that you can see here. And also in the headlights, just down at the bottom, there's a band that just runs along the bottom there. That's usually finished in chrome, but on the Shadow Edition, they finished that in the black to give it a different look. I'll take you around the car a bit more and explain. We've also got the darker anthracite wheels on the Shadow Edition. Just like to point out, we just put a brand new set of Michelin Pilot full tyres on the front. So 2 new tyres on the front. We'll come up onto the bonnet here. It's got a lovely deep shine. So the whole car's been rotary polished and then polished with another machine which oscillates around basically. It sort of moves as it spins, and that takes out all of the smaller scratches that the other mop leaves behind. You get like holograms on paintwork that reflect in the sun, so that second polish takes that out, so you get a nice clear shine. Typical on the front bumpers, there's a few tiny little peppery chips, very light, very small, but just like to be transparent and let you know the exact condition of the car. But there's nothing nasty, there's no nasty chips or scratches or anything like that. Anyway, let's just come back out. So this car's got a really nice spec. It's got the adaptive M Sport suspension. So the adaptive suspension allows you to have a smoother, softer ride in Comfort and Eco Pro. And then when you put it into Sport, the shock absorbers have a valve on them which allows more fluid into the shock to stiffen them and give you a much more stable ride when you're driving on a sort of a bumpy road, if you're driving at speed, etc. Just bring you down and show you this wheel as well. So it sort of makes the car a lot more stable, basically, in the Sport, a better sportier ride. Just bring you in and show you the rear. A little bit of surface rust just on the edges of the brakes. It just needs a good drive. It's where they get washed over, and you know, you can't put any chemicals on there to stop that happening. You just need to drive them. If we come up onto the roof, there are no bird dropping stains or scratches on the roof at all either. All of the machine polishing is done by Dan, and then the interiors are all done by Peters here. So they both specialise in different parts of the car. All the black gloss has also been rotary polished using a smaller polisher that we have. Now the Shadow Edition also has the darker rear lights, like a smoked effect. You also get the sun protection glass. We've also got the rear parking sensors down here. You've got the twin tailpipes there. In fact, if I just come back, I'll give you a better idea of the back of the car. The LED lights on the back. Rear wheel. So all the wheels are in lovely condition, no marks on there at all. Just show you that wheel. I think we did look at this one, but there you go. All the wing mirrors, again, they're all in lovely condition. No nasty marks on this windscreen or anything like that. We're just going to come back out on this side. There we go. Now the other adaptive item on this car is the adaptive LED headlights. So what this enables you to do, when you turn it on, the headlights will follow the steering wheel. So when you turn, it'll light up more of the road. We've also got high beam assist. So we've got a camera up here. And when the headlights are on, if a car traveling the other way with its headlights facing you, the camera picks it up and dips the headlights automatically. So inside the car, we've got the black Dakota leather. All of the door card is in really nice condition, no marks there. Right the way down to the bottom and under here, we've got the puddle lights, all of the seal on the side of the car. It's all in lovely condition. Then we've got the Harman Kardon sound system, which comes on the Shadow Edition. You also get additional speakers around the car, one being up on the top there. Plenty of adjustment on these BMW seats. Height, angle of the base, the front part of the seat pulls out as well. The side bolsters here and here, they blow up with this little rocker button down here. I'll just take you up and show you the seat. And then this one's also got the sliding armrest, so that will slide back in. We've got the professional navigation on this car, another very desirable extra. You can write on the top of the iDrive wheel there. You've got your ZF gearbox, 8-speed with paddle shift. The Pro Nav in these is the later one, it's the touchscreen nav, which is nice. If we open up the back door, again this door card, no scratches on the handles, no marks on the door card. And again, all the seal, in lovely condition, door rubbers, etc. Looking behind the back of the seats, all nice. Got all the original mats on this car. All of the leather in the back, fold down headrest. A bit of a must on these because otherwise you can't really see out the back very well. So I'll take you around to the boot. Just while we're looking in there, this car's also got the folding electric mirrors as well and the online entertainment. So we'll come to that in a minute. So we're just going to check out around here. If we look along here, that's where it meets the bumper. All this is in lovely condition. And then underneath, we've got the pump and the foam pack, the battery, and the spare wheel. The first aid kit and the lock and wheel nuts just below that. And then we come back out. We'll just take a look up here actually. Sometimes these can be scratched where people have left stuff in the boot. That's all in lovely condition as well. So we'll put the boot down. No marks on there, got a lovely glossy finish. Coming round to where the filler cap is, no scratches or anything. If we pop it open, you can see how thorough the guys are. Every part of this car is beautifully clean and shiny. So driver's side rear door, door card again, no marks. All nice and clean, even underneath the doors are cleaned. Back of that driver's seat, no scuffs or scratches. All the leather, no scratches, no marks. Come to the driver door. We'll just have a look around the handle here. I've got the LED lights underneath the door handles. Nice little touch. Looks nice in the evening. So we've got the folding electric mirrors. They can also be folded in with the key fob. And the door card on this side, again, no damage and nothing on the handle. We look again at the seal down at the bottom. Really nice condition, all the plaques are there, not damaged. And again, the seat for the driver. All in lovely condition, as is the steering wheel. The leather around the steering wheel is nice. There's no nicks or scratches, and it feels nice and smooth. I've got the extended storage just under the light socket, the light switch there. I'm going to jump into the car. Okay, so if we start it up. As you can see, it's not actually due a service yet, but we're going to service this one early. 16,388 miles. So down here, if we touch the mode button, brings up this little window down here, the black panel display. We can go through our radio channels, FM, DAB, AM. Music collection is the 80 gig hard drive. If we press on the phone button, when your phone's linked, that will show you your last dialed numbers. This little button here is for your adaptive lights, which will bring that little green light on. They also, when you're on the motorway, they will adjust accordingly to the road as well. It's funny how you can see them move around. So it's a really good system. We've got heated seats, dual climate control. If we come up onto the iDrive, I'm using the iDrive wheel, but you can see this is all touchscreen. You can actually move these into order. That will actually, if we go into here, and then you can come back like so. In fact, when you go into the maps, in fact, I'll use the iDrive wheel, it's easier for me when I'm trying to show you on the video. Okay, so this is in that view looking straight down on the car. We go over to the left, we've got all the submenus. This is where you'd enter your destination, and once you've entered it, that's exactly the same place you'd stop it. Some cars are a little bit confusing. Okay, so map views, we've got a selection of views here. That's it's in north orientated, which means it could be showing you the wrong way around. So if we want it in direction of travel, we could then save this on one of these numbers. And then if we want the other view, which is like a bird's eye view looking forward, perspective it's called, so we can then save that, for example, on number 8. And again, with telephone numbers as well, once you go into someone's telephone number, so you look their number up, and once their number shows on the screen in front of you, you can then allocate them to one of these numbers as well. You can't save all of the different windows, but most of them. Now down here, this is where we've got the ZF gearbox, back into drive. This is sport mode on the left for the gearbox. You'll see it's gone from drive to S1. As soon as we touch the paddles, you go into manual mode. Now in sport, be it on the little rocker switch or the gearbox, once you touch the paddles, you manually need to flick it back over to get it back into auto. If it's in the normal drive mode and you've not got this rocker wheel in sport and you override by using the paddles, it will automatically jump back into drive. It probably won't do it because we're stationary at the moment, but it will, like I say, when you're driving. So when we use this rocker button, okay, so we'll put it into economy. So in economy mode, the throttle feels a little bit flatter because it's you know, set up for not performance, for more economy, obviously that's the nature of it. And the suspension will be more relaxed, so there'll be less fluid, so a little softer ride. And in comfort, that's a more balanced setting. So what this setting is doing, it's changing the ECU of the engine for power, and it's also changing the suspension. Now they all have this display, I've told you many a time on these videos, but it needs to have the adaptive suspension for it to work, because there are many adverts that are saying they've got adaptive suspension that don't. Not all of them, but quite a few of them. I've checked quite a few online and they don't have it. So when you go into Sport or Sport Plus, and you can use these sport displays, this is where the suspension will stiffen up. and you can, oh sorry, if we go into configure sport, you can set it so it adjusts both the drive chain and the chassis, or just the drive chain or the chassis. So come out of there into our media. We've got the DAB, AM, FM. Music collection is the hard drive. Like I said, 80 gig of hard drive, so plenty of space in there for your music. USB port is under the armrest, and the Bluetooth audio. You can stream anything from your phone, be it if it's playing on YouTube or something that's saved in your phone. Down here, if you're going to sound, you've got your graphic equalizer for the Harman Kardon, and you can adjust how you want the music set up there. If we come out of there, we can go into, so this has got the remainder of connective drive. So this is a lot of apps, weather, news, online search, Wikipedia, Flickr, all these different ones here. That's a 3-year subscription, so at the end of 3 years that will need to be renewed. This is where you'll find all your vehicle settings for your lights. You'll see all the menus down on the right hand side. If we flick over there, vehicle tracking as well, so you can have this so it's if you put it on, if your car is stolen, I believe that the police can actually track where your vehicle is from there. If we come down to this one, we've got some more with displays, units. You can turn all the change all the units, sorry, from brake horsepower to kilowatts and pounds per foot of torque to newton meters. The touchpad that you can write on, you can adjust that. You can use it for your audio as well. So coming out of there, I think that's pretty much everything in there. You can always give me a call if there's anything you're not sure about, whether it's on the car. Got the sliding cup holder there. This is the iDrive, where we have shortcuts on there as well. And right on the top of here, I've got the USB port in here. In here is where we've got a 12-volt plug, and I believe there is one down underneath the glove box. We've got the books in there. Okay, I'll just show you a quick little look around in here before we go and have a look under the engine bay. So it's in really lovely condition, and the finish on these this treatment here is pretty hard wearing as well. To open the bonnet, 2 pulls. Just going to leave my paperwork in there. Come round to the front of the car. So this is the 6-cylinder twin power turbo engine with 335 brake horsepower claimed. However, most rolling roads will see about 350, 351, thereabouts. It's been well documented on a lot of the YouTube and different forums. So plenty of power there. Celtic Tuning do a great map for this car. It's very safe, and that will see 430 brake horsepower on a stage 1 remap. And the torque, I forget the figures, but if you have a look on their website, it's fantastic. It's more than the M2 generation had at this, before the competition. All up under here is nice and clean. All of the engine bay is done very carefully. We don't just blast away under here and make mulch of leaves in here. It all gets hoovered out, cleaned with WD-40. Any little bits of wax, which is from when they're new, you get little bits of brown wax, all that's been cleaned off. You'll see what I mean. You'll see a little bit just under the, there's not even much there, to be honest with you. But we try and present them as nice as we can, the cars. And the guys do a great job. So that's all under the bonnet. Now that we've got it started, you'll see those headlights. You can't get more fun than an M140. Value for money, comfort, and servicing costs, fuel economy, it's a very hard car to beat. Some of the 4-cylinder engines aren't as economical as these. You know, I have never sold one of these and someone phone me up and say, do you know what, I don't like the car. They all love these cars. Gentleman picked one up last night, came down from Wales, and I phoned him up on the way back to just see how he was getting on. Because of the COVID, we couldn't go through too much, and you can't go in the car with them, so I just wanted to check that he was enjoying the car. And his answer was, it's the nicest car he's ever driven. So I think that says it all. Anyway, thank you for watching. I know it's a bit long, but hopefully it helps you choose what car you want next. We'll speak to you soon. Please give us a call. We've got lots of different finance options and extended warranties. Take care. Bye.